The Gospel of John contains over 800 verses. But here's something fascinating, like nearly 90% of its content is unique compared to the other three Gospels. Today, we're exploring why this particular account has captivated readers for 2 millennia.
You know what's really interesting about that uniqueness? The way John structures his entire narrative around 7 specific miracles, while the other Gospels include many more. He's clearly being very intentional with his selection.
Well, that's exactly right. And these weren't random choices. Each miracle reveals something specific about Jesus's identity. Like, take the first one at the wedding in Cana. It's not just about turning water into wine, it's showing Jesus's authority over creation itself.
Hmm. And isn't it fascinating how John weaves these profound theological concepts with such intimate personal details? He's the only one who tells us about Jesus' private conversation with Nicodemus, or that beautiful interaction with the Samaritan woman.
Oh, that's such a crucial point. These one on one encounters show us how Jesus dealt with different types of people. Like, you've got Nicodemus, this educated religious leader coming at night, totally confused by Jesus's teachings. Then there's this Samaritan woman, someone who'd be considered a complete outsider, and she gets it almost immediately.
Speaking of unique elements, can we talk about those 7 "I am" statements? They're completely different from anything we see in Matthew, Mark, or Luke.
Right? And what's really powerful about those statements is how they would have landed with John's original audience. When Jesus says, I am the bread of life, or I am the light of the world, he's making these incredible claims about his identity that his Jewish listeners would have immediately connected to their sacred traditions.
The way John presents these opposing themes throughout his account is really striking too. Light versus darkness, belief versus unbelief. It's like he's showing us these fundamental choices we all face.
You know what's particularly interesting? The way John shows the growing tension between Jesus and the religious authorities. It builds throughout the narrative until you can almost feel the pressure mounting. And yet, even in the midst of this conflict, you get these incredibly tender moments.
Like those final conversations with his disciples, chapters 13 through 17. The level of detail John provides there is just remarkable.
Well, and what's fascinating is how John handles the resurrection appearances differently than the other gospel writers. He gives us these incredibly personal moments. Mary mistaking Jesus for a gardener, Thomas wanting to touch Jesus's wounds, Peter being restored after his denial.
Um, that scene with Peter is particularly moving. 3 denials, 3 chances to affirm his love. The symmetry there is beautiful.
And you know what really stands out to me? The way John concludes by openly admitting he couldn't possibly record everything Jesus did, that if he wrote it all down, the whole world couldn't contain the books. It's like he's saying, look, I've given you the essential truth, but there's so much more.
That's such an important point about the limitations of human language to capture divine reality. And yet, John manages to convey so much depth and meaning in what he does include.
So here's what I find really remarkable. John's gospel has this unique ability to speak to both the intellectual and the spiritual seeker. Whether someone's wrestling with deep theological questions or looking for personal meaning, they find something here that resonates.
And 2,000 years later, it's still doing exactly what John intended, helping people understand who Jesus is and why that matters.
Exactly. And when you look at John's stated purpose, these are written that you may believe. It's clear he wasn't just writing history, he was inviting his readers into the same transformative relationship he had experienced himself. That's what makes this account so enduringly powerful.